What's up, YouTube, man? It's your homeboy, whatever, man. Just coming at y'all real quick with my thoughts on the fight. You know, we had Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez last night. Great fight. Canelo came out the victor on top. My pick going into the fight was Canelo by decision. I thought that Caleb Plant, had the ability to outbox Canelo and win the fight. I question whether or not the judges would give it to him if he did. However, it didn't make it to that point. Man, I thought the fight was really good, man. Um, Caleb Plant came out, utilizing the jab, controlling the distance, moving well. Um, Canelo Alvarez, it took him a while to figure out how to cut off the ring. But once he did, he also took away the jab from Caleb Plant. And I don't even know that he took away the jab. It's like Caleb Plant stopped throwing the jab, so he didn't have anything to keep Canelo off of him anymore. Watching the fight, man, like, I get the rooting for your fighter and everything. There were a lot of punches that Canelo Alvarez was getting credit for early in the fight that were not landing at all. I thought the fight was close. At the time of the stoppage, I thought that it was maybe a 5-5 fight, 6-4 for Canelo, maybe. I had trouble trying to decide who to give the ninth round to. But the second half of the fight was definitely Canelo's fight. Once he got past the Caleb Plant jab, I believe the body work that Canelo Alvarez invested early also slowed down Caleb Plant because his movement changed. Caleb Plant then was more willing to stay in the pocket and try to engage with Canelo Alvarez. Caleb Plant controlled the feints early, and he still feinted well throughout the fight. But once the movement sort of changed and Canelo Alvarez was doing more of the feigning and definitely the more effective feigning, the fight kind of swung in his favor. Great battle. I don't think Caleb Plant shouldn't hold his head low. I mean, he was in there against, one of the best in the world. From here, I don't know what Canelo Alvarez does next. Caleb Plant, just the one loss against a great fighter. Take nothing away from Canelo. This was a legacy fight, undisputed. We always want to see undisputed in multiple weight divisions. We rarely get it. We got it, so I don't have anything disrespectful or bad to say about Canelo Alvarez. He was the better fighter last night. He proved it. He's a world-class fighter. You can say what you want about different allegations and things in the past. This fight, everybody was clean. There were no contractual advantages, rehydration clauses or anything like that that favored Canelo. There was no catch weight. This was a legit fight against two legit fighters who gave it their all in the ring, and it was great to see the show of sportsmanship after the knockout. Canelo caught Caleb Plant on the side of the head, temple ear area. That's where, a lot of fighters get knocked out in that area. They lose their equilibrium. It gets thrown off and they never regain their balance. And that's what happened, man. Canelo did what he had to do to set everything up. He started the jab. He got Canelo to bring he got Caleb Plant to bring his hands down. And once he had Caleb Plant hurt, we all know Canelo Alvarez is a great finisher. And he did just that. He went in for the kill. He went in for the kill when he had him down. And ultimately, he stopped and knocked out Caleb Plant. So, again, great fight, man. Good fight for boxing. I didn't care for the undercard going into the fight, and I missed the second fight, honestly. I missed the second fight. I fell asleep. But we had a stoppage or a knockout in the first fight, and then that was an amazingly beautiful uppercut that Anthony Durrell landed to close the show in his fight in the co-main event. So I enjoyed the fights last night, man. So what I think we got next is Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter. So hopefully that fight, you know, the next big fight is a great fight like the fight we saw last night. So that's all I got, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. It's your homeboy, whatever, man. I'm gone.